Hey everyone! Earlier this week I worked on a painting in my sketchbook. This one. It's an oil painting and I haven't done one in a while, and it was the first time since we moved that I cracked back into my oil paints. So I got to see just how unorganized all that stuff was. They were just like in bags all over the place, and then I just threw them into a box while I worked on that. And then halfway through I decided to try to make a way to kind of organize them neatly. I had been wanting to do this for a while, but I just never did because I kind of put oil painting off to the side because where we lived at the time didn't really have a space that I could kind of close off and have it be a no cat zone. Here I have this room. It has a door. I can close it whenever I have my paints out so the cats and Hobbs can't get into my stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna show you guys how I made the little painting hanger organizer thing. So let's get started. You'll need a piece of wood, hanging hardware, binder clips, nails, a hammer, and a ruler. To start, from the top, mark down about ½ inch and extend it all the way across the piece of wood. Use one of your paint tubes to figure out how much you want to space everything. I have a range of sizes of paint tubes, so I grabbed one of the sizes that I had the most of. It ended up being the medium-sized one, so it worked out. Clip a binder clip onto the bottom of it. Line up the metal loop of the clip with the mark that you made and make a new mark where the tube ends. For me, that was just shy of 7 inches, so I rounded up and then marked it at 7 inches just to make it easier to continue it on. Extend that mark across the piece of wood again, and then continue marking down the wood until you run out of space. On the top mark, measure in about 1 inch and mark it. Continue marking equal distances apart with enough space to give enough room for each tube of paint. You can use your paint tubes to help you eyeball this again. The exact measurements will change depending on how wide your wood is and how wide the paints are. For me, I marked about 1 inch in on both sides, and then the midpoint between those marks, and then the midpoint between those marks. So I had 5 marks on total on each line. Continue these marks down the board. At this point, I added my hanging hardware. I just used some command strips, but you can use whatever you want. Then hammer nails into each mark on the board. My wood was super thin, so I just used some tiny nails. One tip, if you're scared that you might hit your fingers when you're trying to nail these down, or if your nails are just super small like mine were, you can use a comb to help you hold the nail in place. It'll help hold the nail in place, and then you can hammer away without worrying about your fingers. Also, you could just use some needle nose pliers or something to hold it, but yeah. And now, if you want, you can erase the pencil marks, maybe paint or stain the thing. I didn't really bother with all that stuff for now though. I might go back and do it later. I actually might end up making a bigger paint holder thing because this ended up being just shy of what I needed. I actually had 5 more paints that I needed to be able to hang, so I might be revisiting this. But anyway, hang the board up and then clip the binder clips onto the end of each tube of paint. Then simply hang them up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. I post art videos every Tuesday and DIY videos every Thursday. Thank you to my patrons for helping me produce this video. If you're interested in becoming a patron or learning about what Patreon is, I'll leave a link to mine right up here and you can go check it out. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next week.